Chapter 13. Thus saith the Lord unto me, Go and get thee a linen girdle, and put it upon thy loins, and put it not in water. So I got a girdle according to the word of the Lord, and put it on my loins. And the word of the Lord came unto me the second time, saying, Take the girdle that thou hast got, which is upon thy loins, and arise, go to Euphrates, and hide it there in a hole of the rock. So I went and hid it by Euphrates, as the Lord commanded me. And it came to pass after many days that the Lord said unto me, Arise, go to Euphrates, and take the girdle from thence, which I commanded thee to hide there. Then I went to Euphrates, and digged, and took the girdle from the place where I had hid it. And behold, the girdle was marred, it was profitable for nothing. Then the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Thus saith the Lord, After this manner will I mar the pride of Judah, and the great pride of Jerusalem. This evil people which refuse to hear my words, which walk in the imagination of their heart, and walk after other gods to serve them and to worship them, shall even be as this girdle which is good for nothing. For as the girdle cleaveth to the loins of man, so have I caused to cleave unto me the whole house of Israel, and the whole house of Judah, saith the Lord, that they might be unto me for a people, and for a name, and for a praise, and for a glory, but they would not hear. Therefore thou shalt speak unto them this word. For thus saith the Lord God of Israel, Every bottle shall be filled with wine, and they shall say unto thee, Do we not certainly know that every bottle shall be filled with wine? Then shalt thou say unto them, Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will fill all the inhabitants of the land, even the kings that sit upon David's throne, and the priests and the prophets and the inhabitants of Jerusalem with drunkenness. And I will dash them one against another, even as the fathers and the sons together, saith the Lord. I will not pity, nor spare, nor have mercy, but destroy them. Hear ye, and give ear. Be not proud, for the Lord hath spoken. Give glory to the Lord your God, because before he caused darkness, and before your feet stumble upon the dark mountains. And while you look for light, he turn it into the shadow of death, and make it gross darkness. But if ye will not hear it, my soul shall weep in secret places for your pride. And mine eyes shall weep sore and run down with tears, because the Lord's flock is carried away captive. Say unto the king and to the queen, Humble yourselves, sit down, for your principalities shall come down, even the crown of your glory. The cities of the south shall be shut up, and none shall open them. Judah shall be carried away captive, all of it. It shall be wholly carried away captive. Lift up your eyes, and behold them that come from the north. Where is the flock that was given thee, thy beautiful flock? What wilt thou say when he shall punish thee? For thou hast taught them to be captains, and as chief over thee. Shall not sorrows take thee as a woman in travail? And if thou say in thine heart, Wherefore come these things upon me? For the greatness of thine iniquity are thy skirts discovered, and thy heels made bare. Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good, that are accustomed to do evil. Therefore will I scatter them as the stubble that passeth the way by the wind of the wilderness. This is thy lot, the portion of thy measures from me, saith the Lord, because thou hast forgotten me and trusted in falsehood. Therefore will I discover thy skirts upon thy face, that thy shame may appear. I have seen thine adulteries, and thy neighings, the lewdness of thy whoredom, and thine abominations on the hills and the fields. Woe unto thee, O Jerusalem! Wilt thou not be made clean? When shall it once be? This is the parable of the loincloth. And the linen girdle, the linen girdle is made from fine linen, and it represents the priesthood authority of Judea, the priests of Judah. And we can't take this analogy too far. The Western mind has a tendency to take things to the nth degree, but this is just emblematic of the closeness of the Lord by providing priesthood leadership to the people for them to follow the guidance that these priests were supposed to give them to be righteous. And he says, For as the girdle cleaveth to the man, so I have caused thee to cleave to me, this whole nation of Israel and Judah. And because of the sins of the people and their refusal to keep the covenant and their insistence on worshiping idols, false gods, playing the harlot, spiritual adultery. They had marred that girdle, and they had basically caused the priesthood authority to be useless to them because they weren't paying any attention to it. And as well, they had placed a set distance between them and the Lord, which they could not bridge. Now, it says that Jeremiah was told to take the girdle and take it to the Euphrates and bury it, put it in the ground. Now, the Euphrates River was several hundred miles from Jerusalem, which is where Jeremiah was. And although I quite recognize the Lord could have told him to go to Euphrates, I think that he might have given him an idea that he needed to take it someplace that might have been closer. No idea for sure. Just doesn't seem reasonable to expect Jeremiah to go take it there for learning the lesson. Not sure if Euphrates was properly translated here or not. The word's right, but not quite sure whether or not it means exactly what it says. Now, in verses 22 to 27, the Lord uses an analogy here. Have to be a little careful about how we take this. He basically is saying to Jeremiah that Israel is not willing to change her behavior any more than a leopard could change its spots, which would be symbolic of a spot of sin here, some righteousness, a spot of sin there, some righteousness, or a man from Ethiopia who was continuously colored all over his skin. Now, he's not condemning the Ethiopian or saying the Ethiopian was sinful in any way, shape, or form. But no matter how much the Ethiopian man might want to, he could not change his skin color. But Israel could have changed her sinning attitude, but didn't want to change it. And that was the problem. They were sinners, and they enjoyed it to the core. And it was about the time that they were going to have something happen to them.